The woman was awakened by the burning pain in her lower body. When she took off her clothes, she found that her knee was seriously injured. The strange thing was that the wound was bandaged by some kind-hearted person, but a chain was tied to her wound to lock her tightly. This operation made her wonder what was going on. No matter how hard Michelle struggled, she could not get rid of the restraints. She looked around. The whole claustrophobic room had no windows and only a door to go out. Just when Michelle was at a loss, she saw a mobile phone in the corner. Michelle's first thought was to call the police for help, but the distance was not enough. How could she get the phone? She saw the page lever next to her and immediately had Michelle first pulled out the needle on her arm and then tried to use the book bar to hook the phone and the backpack together. After trying her best, she finally got the phone. But to her surprise, the phone had no signal at all, like a brick. At this moment, Michelle suddenly heard someone open the door and come in. Her first reaction was to wrap her clothes tightly and curl up in the corner. Then a strange man brought her food. Michelle thought the man imprisoned her to hurt her. She begged the man to let her go, but the man did not agree to her request. Instead, he brought her a pair of crutches to help her walk. Michelle did not think the man was a good person and threatened the man not to let her go. The family would call the police. The man didn't seem to be worried at all. Before leaving, he gave Michelle the key to the chain. This trick of playing hard to get confused Michelle. She couldn't figure out what the man wanted to do. She couldn't care less. The first priority now was to escape. Michelle took off the plastic cover of the crutch and found a knife. She used the knife to sharpen the crutch. After everything was ready, she took the sharpened crutch and hid behind the wall, waiting for the man to come in and give him a fatal blow. But after waiting for more than half an hour, the man didn't come in. Michelle thought of a way. She opened the ventilation grill, found 2 matches in her bag, and then lit the clothes and wrapped them around the crutch. She sent the burning clothes into the vent. Within 2 minutes, the room was filled with smoke, and then the smoke alarm made a shrill sound. Michelle endured the smoke and hid behind the wall. At this moment, she heard the man opening the door and preparing to come in. Suddenly, such a good opportunity was resolved by the man, by knocking her out with a sedative, which made Michelle very cooperative. She begged the man to let her out, but at this time the man told her a very shocking news. You can't.
The whole world is gone.
After hearing what the man said, Michelle didn't believe it and thought it was nonsense. After the man left, Michelle found that the man actually forgot to close the door. She hurried out to check the situation. Outside the room was a warehouse with shelves full of food. Suddenly, a wounded man was lying in the corner. Michelle thought that the man was also injured by the man and trapped here, but through the conversation between the two, Michelle learned the truth. The man Matt was rescued by the man because of his injury. They are now in the bunker of the man's home. Matt told him that the outside world has been infected with a biochemical virus, and this is currently the safest place. Michelle made Matt believe that the outside world was really infected with the virus through his words. In order to make Michelle believe, she even took him to the window of the bunker to show him the outside. The bunker was very tight and needed to go through 2 doors to get out. However, when Michelle saw the pickup truck outside, she became suspicious again because she recalled that it was this car that hit her before she came here, causing her to be unconscious and come to the bunker. Michelle did not question the man's words on the surface, but wanted to wait for an opportunity to get the man's key and open the door of the bunker. The 3 of them were having dinner that day. Michelle noticed the key on the man's waist. In order to anger the man and make him jealous, she deliberately flattered Matt. Sure enough, this trick worked very well. The man was jealous and said to Michelle, "How stupid are you? I provide food and accommodation for you, but you are still with other. Which man can stand it?" But this also gives Michelle the opportunity to get the key. However, when the meal was finished, the man found that the key on his waist was missing. Michelle immediately took the initiative to lock the door and then ran to the door of the bunker. She successfully opened the first door with the key and blocked the man inside the bunker. But just when she was about to open the second door to go out, a woman with ulcers on her face desperately slapped the door and begged Michelle to let her in. On the other side, the man strongly begged her not to open the door. Seeing that the woman seemed to be infected with the virus, Michelle immediately fell into a dilemma. Should she open the door? For more gripping tales like this, like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.